Ever stumble on an art gallery website and you're like, whoa, I feel like I'm actually there. It's kind of wild, right?
Yeah.
Blending actual art with, well, a website.
Yeah, it's like, how do they do that?
Exactly. So today we're diving deep into what makes these online galleries really pop.
Should be interesting.
We're checking out this piece by Site Design. Now, they're a web design company, and let me tell you, they've got some great tips for getting art to, like, jump off the screen.
I'm all ears. Love that stuff.
Right. So they talk about exhibit listings. And we've all seen those super basic ones, just dates and titles.
Yeah, kind of boring.
Total snooze fest.
Yeah.
The article even says, like, narrate the story. Make those descriptions rich with context. It's about giving you the why, not just the what.
Oh, totally. Like, imagine looking at a painting online, right?
Yeah.
But then you find out the artist was inspired by, say, the way light hits a building at night or something. Suddenly it's way more interesting.
100%. You get that peek behind the scenes, makes you appreciate it more. And speaking of behind the scenes, they also talked about artist profiles. And this is cool. They're all about showcasing the artist's journey, like their influences, their style. It's like a sneak peek into their creative process.
Oh, I love that. It's like understanding where they're coming from changes how you see the art. Like those documentaries about musicians, you know?
Yeah.
You connect with their story.
Exactly. And a good artist statement, those are gold. Hearing it from the artist directly, powerful stuff.
Totally agree. It's personal.
Makes you feel like you're right there in the studio with them.
And speaking of being right there, they talk about virtual tours. Honestly, this one's exciting. They're like, imagine walking through a gallery from your couch, and I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Right. I mean, it's convenient for sure. Life's busy. Not everyone can just pop into a gallery. But it also, like, opens things up for people who maybe don't live near a gallery or can't travel easily.
It's true. Everyone should experience art. Plus, even if you can go in person, virtual tours let you revisit an exhibit you loved or check out a new show before you actually go. It's like a little preview, see if it's your thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? It can actually make the in-person experience even better.
Yeah.
Imagine you've already seen the layout online, zoomed in on pieces you like. When you're there in person, you can just soak it all in.
Yeah, it's like going from a sneak peek to like the full VIP experience.
I love that analogy.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get a bit more practical for a sec. Galleries are businesses, even online. They talk about online art inquiries, which basically means buying art online super smooth.
Yeah, got to make it easy for people. Like you see a piece you love, you want to be able to find out more, maybe buy it without any hassle.
And speaking of smooth, Site Design. Now, they wrap things up with something they call event listings. But it's more than just a list, right?
Well, yeah, for sure. It's about that like energy you get at a gallery opening.
Yeah.
Or an artist talk, you know.
That buzz, yeah, makes you feel like you're part of something.
Totally. And the article calls it, get this, a community hub. Like, it's not just about the art. It's about connecting with people who love art.
Right. Shared passion. And having those events listed online with good descriptions, it makes you want to be a part of it.
Definitely. It goes back to that accessibility thing. Like, even if you can't physically be there, you still feel included. And, you know, thinking about the whole website design, it's got to match the gallery's vibe. Site design. Now, they use this phrase, aligning the website with the gallery's ethos. Sounds kind of fancy, but it makes sense.
Right, like if a gallery is all about cutting-edge art, the website shouldn't feel like, you know, your grandma's living room.
Exactly. It's got to have that same energy.
Got to be cohesive. So this is making me think about the future of online galleries. Virtual tours are cool, but what about taking it even further?
Oh, man. The possibilities. Imagine, like, augmented reality. You want to see how that sculpture would look in your living room? Bam. Project it right there.
Whoa, that's wild. Like trying on clothes online, but for art.
Right. Or what about interactive stuff in online exhibitions? Click a painting, see the brushstrokes up close. Or a video pops up, the artist talking about their inspiration.
I love that. Makes it so much more engaging.
Totally. And sound. We can't forget sound. Imagine listening to ambient sounds from the artist's studio while you're browsing their work online.
Ooh, that's a good one. Or like hearing the chatter from a gallery opening during a virtual tour.
It's like you're right there in the moment. And speaking of being together, remember we talked about online events?
Yeah.
What if there were virtual spaces where people could, like, chat in real time? A virtual gallery opening, maybe a Q&A with the artist?
That's cool. Like a virtual after party.
Exactly. You could be walking through the gallery online with a friend who lives across the world, talking about the art, sharing your thoughts.
Building community, even from afar.
Yeah.
It's amazing what technology can do.
It really is. It's like online galleries They're not just about putting art online. It's got to be an experience, just as engaging as seeing it in person.
That's the key takeaway, right?
Absolutely. And it's about keeping the audience in mind, using the tech in new ways, and staying true to the gallery's own style. It's a process, always changing.
Speaking of changing, for our listeners who are artists or gallery owners, they might be feeling a bit overwhelmed right now. Any advice for them? Where do they even start?
It's a lot, right? Virtual tours, augmented reality, feels like the whole art world's going digital.
Yeah, it can be a lot to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
But honestly, start simple. Focus on showing off your art. Make it look amazing. Good photos, that's huge. Like, how do you capture that texture, the way light hits it? Those details matter.
So no more blurry phone pics.
Pretty much. If you can, get a pro photographer or teach yourself, and then think about your story. Write an artist statement that, sounds like you. Talk about what inspires you, your process, even the tough parts.
Let people see the real you.
Exactly. Being genuine is so important. And remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Start with the basics, like those exhibit listings, the artist profiles. Then, get fancy later. Try those virtual tours, interactive stuff.
Baby steps. Yeah.
Exactly. Just like every house is different, every online gallery should be unique too. Don't be afraid to stand out. That's what makes it exciting. You never know what you'll find online. So for our listeners, if you're ready to jump into the online art world, just go for it. Try new things. Have fun.
And if you're just an art lover, remember, these online galleries, they're a window into this whole world. Take those virtual tours, read about the artists, get lost in it, all from your couch. It's amazing.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
It's really incredible how technology can connect us through art. So whether you're an artist, a gallery owner, or just love looking at art, we hope this deep dive has inspired you to, keep exploring the online art world. Until next time, keep those creative sparks alive.